Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we've got to talk about a huge leak regarding the Grand Theft Auto Online Gunrunning DLC. But the catch is it real or is it a giant hoax? We're going to be talking about all of that in this video, as well as looking at something awesome here at the end. So you might have seen some videos on this or people talking about it, and it basically has come from two posts from a user on the GTA forum site who goes by the name JDKK2. So he made a post all the way back on December 15, 2016, which is why this guy was, that's the key word there, given so much credibility. And I talked about this very briefly, but I'll touch on this again. He said, I'd like to stay anonymous. Upcoming main theme is creating your own paramilitary organizations. And the reason why people think he's so legit is because of when he announced that. December 15th was obviously months before we knew anything about the military update. Obviously, that could have been a lucky guess. He said players will now be able to buy their own paramilitary base, do a vast variety of missions for Merryweather, illegal actions such as transport of war trophies, human trafficking, and also protection of famous GTA VIPs like Jock Cranley, Vinewood Stars, etc. Bases will be customizable with special upgrades as an addition. They will allow players to afford exclusive Merryweather gear, new rifle, prototype grenade launcher, tactical SMG. Not only that, but one upgrade will include the ability to customize your weapons on a whole new level, from camouflage tints, laser sights, to new scopes for both short and long distance, fast pull mag stocks, and much more. To make this clear, it won't be available in ammunition. You have to get this upgrade for your base, and Merryweather will give you access to the stuff. There's also going to be more vehicles, some of them customizable if you own your base, returning tac chopper, light tank, camo, jeeps, planes. Of course, there's new clothing, and some are only available to purchase in your base. Not much else more to say, just a military helmet, vest, and normal clothing. So of course, back in December when he first said that, no one believed this guy. Everyone thought, well, that's just a giant wish list. None of that is actually going to happen in Grand Theft Auto Online. And then a couple weeks ago, Rockstar announced that there was going to be a gun-running military DLC. And everyone decided to crown this guy like the know-all, be-all of GTA information. Even though this could have been an easy guess, it could have been just wish lists, and some of them came true. Now, he was technically right about having bases or bunkers and the fact that it was somewhat of a paramilitary DLC, but everything else could easily have just been guesses. And there were some things in there that I was a little bit afraid of. One of those is human trafficking. So I get that GTA has some like illegal things, like obviously selling methamphetamines is illegal, but human trafficking is on like another level of kind of creepy. One level that I didn't even think Rockstar would stoop to. So that kind of had me a little bit interested in the fact that this might be fake. And then he actually came out yesterday with a second post, and we'll read all this information right now. So he says, hey, I got some more recent information about this update. The first one is bunkers will be placed around the countryside. So that's kind of cool. Like they would take place in Sandy Shores, Blaine County, Paleto Bay, which would actually be awesome. He has a list of new weapon attachments. One of them is a fast pull magazine for faster reload, 3 close range scopes with different looks, 3 medium range scopes, and then 3 long range scopes, a normal one, a thermal vision, and a night vision. That actually sounds cool. I'd love to have a thermal scope and a night vision scope on my snipers. That would actually be pretty awesome. Multiple handles and grips for almost all weapon types. Some weapons have unique attachments. For example, now you'll be able to give double barrel shotgun a longer barrel, and then camouflage tints, which actually could make sense because there are some camo tints for weapons found in the files of the game. And then we move on to weapons. And what's also interesting about this post is a lot of the weapons we're about to see, they're like cut weapons from the game. The programmable AR, that's a cut weapon. The heavy rifle, I'm assuming, is the SCAR. That's a cut weapon. The light SMG, the assault MG, and then the military knife would have been the other weapon. He talks about vehicles, including a light prototype tank, which costs $4.5 million or $3.4 million if you do the mission associated with it. It's a very fast tank with much better armor than a basic tank. Projectile reload speed is also faster. 2 Jeeps, ability to modify old and new Pegasus vehicles at your bunker. It's like camos and stuff for tanks and armor, etc. So that's kind of cool. It sounds like we would be getting an APC tank, 2 types of Jeeps or Humvees, and then probably the biggest feature of them all, modifying and customizing Pegasus vehicles, which would be kind of unique. He moves on to clothing and new gear, thermal vision goggles, that obviously sounds awesome, a stealth suit, which makes you invisible on the map if you're in your organization, only for other organizations. So he says it sounds overpowered, but once they see you, you have to wait 15 minutes to use the map invisibility again. You can activate it in the menu, and it will automatically make all the people in your organization wearing this suit invisible for free. So yeah, that does sound overpowered. And when I initially saw that, I was like, whoa, what does Rockstar plan for that? He also says we have reworked Kevlar vests, which will be able to take more armor and more bullets than traditional body armor. Weapon holsters, which would show your last equipped weapon. That would actually be a really cool accessory for outfits and whatnot. And then he says various other things like vests, gloves, helmets, etc. He says there's a new mechanic, crouching. That is interesting. Allows for more freedom in combat. You aim better while crouching. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, okay, this to me is what's going to make this seem not so real, because Rockstar would have to develop a new crouching animation for so many different types of things, for holding a pistol, for holding a submachine gun, for doing so many different things. They would have to do this to a game that is almost 3.5 years old. So to me, even though a crouching animation sounds cool, seemed a little bit unrealistic for Rockstar to try and do. They also said rebalance skilled, max shooting skills have been lowered, so even if you max it out, recoil will still be visible. That's where crouching comes into action. And then he says he isn't going to talk about missions. He doesn't want to spoil these. They are a lot of fun. Hopefully it's enough to make you hype for the release. If you still want more info, you should read my previous thread, which is what we just read. Now, a lot of that sounds great, right? New weapon attachments, new weapons itself, cool new vehicles, clothing, gear, new mechanics such as crouching, rebalance skill, a stealth suit, and so much more. However, this is the kicker. And after many pages of discussion on the GTA forums, people shouting, this is real, this is fake, this would be cool, this isn't possible, this is possible, it turns out that this is just one giant hoax and is not real. So if you've seen any other videos or any other websites covering this, it is not real. Now, that is not to say that some of the things that he said might come in the military update. It's very well possible, because a lot of the things that he's mentioned, like cut content, could easily make a return. Thermal vision goggles, that's not hard to predict that could come into the game. You know, a weapon holster, that's not too difficult to predict that might come in the update, but it is fake. This has been confirmed by one of these staff members on the GTA forum site, Red Dagger. You know he's official, he's staff, he's not going to make this up. He says, just so you guys know, JDKK2 was just someone else on the forum pretending to be a leaker. The account was banned and the user warned, so carry on. And we can actually confirm that, because if we try to go to JDKK2's page, you can see it says, sorry, you don't have permission for that. This member is no longer active, which means his account has been terminated, and thus that story is not actually real. So unfortunately, right now, the only information we know about the Gunrunning DLC, at least officially, has come from two sources. The first of which has come from the Rockstar Newswire, when they were actually talking about what's going to be coming out in Grand Theft Auto Online, like these special vehicle races and, the classic adversary modes and the classic vehicles. And that is this paragraph, which is stock up and bunker down as you take on the craziest militias across the state of San Andreas in another massive update for Grand Theft Auto Online, featuring brand new weaponized vehicles and exciting new missions. Get ready to fight for supremacy in the illegal arms trade and wage war with the latest high-powered military hardware. So that's the first thing that's been confirmed. And the second thing that was confirmed was two icons that we're going to see on the map found by FunMW2. One of them is an icon for supplies, which would indicate to me that we're going to be stealing and sourcing weapons and ammo. And then the second was a bunker, which confirms that we're probably going to be getting bunkers in some way, shape, or form that will act as our base of operations, very similar to the CEO office and the MC Clubhouse stuff. So that's the only thing that's been confirmed so far. Everything else you've heard or seen or has been reported on is either just wish listing or speculation, which is great if that's what you're advertising it as. But if you're advertising something as a leak when it's actually not, or you don't have credibility, or in this instance, you are clearly faking it, which this member was. The mods on the site were 100% able to confirm that this was another member that was just trolling the entire site. And I don't think I can go into any much more detail than that, but it has been 100% proved that this is indeed fake, which I guess if you see it, this could either be a good thing or a bad thing. I really don't know. A lot of this stuff was cool. Who's to say that stuff couldn't come into the game after all? It honestly wouldn't surprise me if at least some of that stuff did, but it is 100% fake. Now, something else we need to talk about, and even though this is fan-made, this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It's a gun-running DLC trailer created by my good friend JUPIT'S Gaming, and I'm actually going to show it to you guys right now. I'll leave a link to the full trailer in the description. Now, as incredibly cool as this is, it is fan-made, which he's not claiming it's real from Rockstar. This is just his fantastic fan-made trailer, and it's so awesome. And I wanted to share this with you guys for two reasons, because number one, I feel like a lot of people will see this, they may not read the description, and they may say, oh, cool, this is the Gunrunning DLC trailer. But number two, I also want to share it with you guys because it looks awesome, and he put a lot of work into it, and it's so cool. And if this is anything like what Rockstar offers us, man, does that get me excited for the actual Gunrunning DLC that hopefully we're going to be getting some more information on soon, and even a little bit after that we'll be releasing. So this is pretty cool. If you want to check out the full trailer, I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. It's an awesome fan-made trailer, and it's really cool. In my opinion, this is the best fan-made trailer we've seen for a DLC since GTA Wise Guy did his Tuners and Outlaws trailer. That's how good this is right here. So I'll leave a link to that in the description. I would say I'd leave a link to the post that we were talking about earlier in the description, but they've been deleted, so there's no way for me to link you back to that. But just know it's 100% fake. The Gunrunning trailer is fan-made, so it's not official by Rockstar, even though it's awesome and has some really cool stuff that I'd like to see included as well. But I'll leave a link to that in the description. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more on this, though. I'm pretty curious to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. Let me know what you're thinking. If you did go and enjoy this one, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.